Hello, welcome to another episode of My Life in Objects. So I was rooting through one of my computer storage boxes which contains like old CDs, old cables, old electronic items, looking for something interesting, and I stumbled across this. So this is my first digital camera. I've actually not owned that many digital cameras over the years. Beyond this, I've bought two others, and I think the last one I bought is now probably in excess of 6 or 7 years old. This one you see in front of you here, the HP 215, was bought sometime in the, I think 2001. And I thought it'd be just interesting to have a look at this camera. So yeah. So where shall we start? Maybe the front, and then we'll open up the side panel. Sadly, this doesn't fire up properly. I think I'm going to have to open this up at some point, find out what might be wrong. It came real close. I put some batteries in it, and it actually got to the configuration screen where it's asking me for the date and the time, but sadly I couldn't get it to do that consistently. So yeah, I took the batteries out because this thing burns through batteries like nobody's business. So obviously you can see most of this from the front you can make out. We've got the lens, we've got the flash, there is like a self timer light here. It does have a self timer on it, and then we've got the sort of viewfinder. On the side, we have a USB. Let me just put it there so that, yep, better like better. A USB connector with one end, the camera end being very much of its time. There is actually an AC power adapter here connect when you're sort of plugging it into the computer, just to conserve batteries. As you can probably see, the lens itself is pretty basic there. Some information on there. Cool. I've left the sticker on the front here from way back when I bought this. 1.3 megapixels, 2 times digital zoom on this. Wow. 4 megabytes card, and 1.8 inch LCD. Now the card, actually I didn't get that out. There we go. Look at that. 4 meg of unbridled compact flash power. I wouldn't even like to guess at the time how much those things were. I think this camera was around £99 in 2000. So on the back, yeah, there's the viewfinder. These two lights here, one indicates whether the camera is on or not, and I can't remember what the other one does actually. We've got the menu dial. There's an LCD here which shows you the status, like how many shots you've got left, how many you've taken, those sort of things, whether or not the flash is on. There is actually a flash on here. There's the image LCD, and this button here, which is one of those ones which when you let go of it goes back, is how you activate the image LCD if you want to. The idea being you don't want to use it for very long because it drains the batteries. There's an on-off switch here which has an up and a down, which we'll get onto in a moment as to why that might be that arrangement. There is actually a screw here to put it on a tripod. It doesn't look very big, but I don't know. You might need to have an adapter for that. Oh, and yeah, on the side here, this is where the batteries go in. So 4 AA's, but yeah, burns through them. So let's just, I'll tell you what I'll do actually. We'll now you've seen the camera, let's bring, I've still got the booklet actually, it's in pretty good condition. So There's a quick setup. Attach the wrist strap, probably the most important thing. Install the batteries, choose the camera language, set the camera date and time. So there's a bit about taking photos. So you slide the mode switch up. Over, let me just bring that back on here. This one here up. To take photos. The down position is where you want to review the images on the LCD screen, if you feel so inclined. Yeah, so it only has digital zoom. It does have a self timer. You can obviously review the photo as you take them. There's actually 3 modes. You can use the LCD as a viewfinder as well, if you want to. So the switch up there is what switches the LCD on. As I've said, as soon as you let go of it, it switches off. Wise move, considering how it affects the batteries. Tips for the best photos. Oh yeah, the photo quality. So you've got basic, fine, super fine. Yeah, so I think with it on super fine and that chip in it, the what do they call it? The flash memory, or what was it called? Yeah, compact flash. With that in it, I don't think it would hold more than about what, 4 photos, maybe 5. Yeah, I'm having trouble remembering. Like I said, it just about switches on if the wind's in the right direction. But it looks like I can open this up. I'm just wondering if the switch is a little bit sticky or something. Oh yeah, it does, like I say, it does have a flash on it. Change your photo quality, use the same others. Yeah, using the focus, you've got autofocus or macro. It looks like that's the 2 choices for the focus. Yeah, 2 times digital zoom. Wow. Set language, reviewing the photos, thumbnails, and then obviously you can, obviously you want to be able to download these, so that's what the connector's for. There was some software that came with this, photo impression, as was the case then. What would I have been running at that time? So, what, Windows 98 probably? Just trying to think. Yeah, maybe. So at that point, yeah, without the software, I don't think anything would have really functioned. I suppose you could have dragged and dropped it across as well, maybe. Yeah, I can't remember actually at the time whether it would just work without specifically using the software. Or a bit about how to install and remove the memory cards, which is funny. And then wiping, there you go. So the instructions on how to take it in and out. How to determine if your memory card is full, which, yeah, that happened a lot. Even instructions on replacing the battery. You don't get this anymore. What I was trying to find, and it should be near the back, is, yeah, the camera specification. So here we go. This is a serious piece of camera. So 1.3 megapixels. So superfine is 1200 by 1600. Superfine and 12. Interesting. Basic is 640 by 480. Okay. So there's a couple of, what have we got? Lens system. A couple of some aperture settings there. The shutter speed. Yeah, so a lot of that, is obviously adjustable using that menu. ISO 1000, 10-second timer, built-in flash, red eye reduction. Okay, advanced features. So yeah, pretty basic, and yeah, I mean, at the time back then, this was considered to be, I believe, like an entry-level digital camera that was, you know, affordable. But I thought it'd be just interesting to dig it out and see if anybody remembers their first digital camera from, you know, that sort of period. You know, well before the era of you know, modern smartphones. And of course, the other thing, I don't know if people necessarily remember, but of course there was you could take photos using smartphones, feature phones, which were particularly grim. So I'm just trying to think. So in 2000, yeah, mobile phones were around. I can't remember if they had, those ones would have had basic cameras on them or not. But the first camera that appeared on one of my feature phones before the advent of smartphones was, yeah, pretty basic. So this was the sort of go-to, I think, entry-level type camera at the time. So thanks once again for watching. Bye for now, and I will catch you in the next video.